so we don't have to worry about the frizz or whatever it is that if you're getting ready this morning, just know that it is going to be humid. Storms rolled through this morning. Earlier, it's nice out here. I hope that everybody gets a chance to show up to training camp. It will, the fans won't have many more opportunities because the Lions will be playing Friday night, hosting the Buffalo Bills, and we're going to get a chance to talk about that at about 6:35 because Dan Campbell came out with a great announcement on Monday saying the starters would be playing the first quarter. I have some great thoughts on that. I was encouraged by that, but yesterday the Tigers, they won. They drew within 5 of 500. And we're not in the position of necessarily talking about the wild card race. I believe they're 10 back of that. But right now, to be within 5 of 500 with that win last night, even though Casey Mize, who started 3 rough starts in a row for Casey Mize, 3 home runs given up August 4 to the Boston Red Sox, 3 home runs given up last night. Jimmy Cookies, are you concerned about the trajectory or the past 2 starts by Casey Mize?
So last night they're playing in this little bandbox of a ballpark, so I don't want to get too crazy about giving up a couple long balls. He's had such a stellar first full season in the big leagues. You're going to have a start or 2 here or there that go awry. I'm very high on Casey Mize. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a little blip on the radar, and especially knowing that you've got Chris Fetter, as the pitching coach. I believe that will get corrected. Although it has been something that has plagued Tarek Skubal all season long. He's had a hard time with the long ball, but this has not been what we've known of Casey Mize this year. You mentioned the ballpark, and A.J. Hinch was on with Stoney and I last week, and he mentioned that he was probably not going to be playing Miguel Cabrera in Getaway Day, which is tomorrow. So that would leave today. He's at 498. It's a small ballpark. The last time he hit 2 home runs in a game, it was against Baltimore. It was at Comerica. You think it happens tonight?
Well, I hope not, because I want to see it happen
in Comerica.
In Comerica, they got a 6-game homestand coming up.
And I know your thoughts on it already. That's went viral.
John, this one. If Cabrera gets a hold of one in the first inning today,
take him out.
Take him out. Congrats, you've had a hell of a day, son.
Oh no, don't
let the fans have that moment. You just said it. They're not making the playoffs. So then, what is there for the fans this year? There is a moment, and you know this too. I know you're an athlete. You played. That moment will be more special if cherished and celebrated in front of fans in Detroit.
There's no argument about that. It will be more celebrated if it happens in front of the fans here in Detroit. If it happens at Comerica, especially if he's able to hold on to the 17th with Jamie Samuels night, that would be unbelievable. But they will take on the Baltimore Orioles tonight at 7:05. Tarek Skubal takes them out for the Tigers. Matt Harvey takes them out for the Orioles. He's given them 8 home runs at home.
That's PG-13.
But you mentioned he's been good as of late.
Well, and I got burned by this. It would have been the last time he pitched against Detroit at the end of July, and I thought, boy, he's a gas can, this Matt Harvey. Kind of like you just said, I laid some money, a little bet on what the Tigers were going to do that night.
You've been hanging around Ringer too much.
And I listened to broadcast, and Dan Dickerson goes, Matt Harvey's been pitching well of late. And to that point, his last 4 starts, he's 3-0. He's given up 2 runs in his last 22 innings. This is the wrong time to run into Matt Harvey.
It is. So, but you mentioned it. It is a home run friendly ballpark. We'll see if Miguel Cabrera is able to at least trim it to 499.
There you go. We can celebrate that together.
We can celebrate that, and we will. We'll celebrate every single one of those, even once he gets past 500. But hopefully, it will be in Comerica, and the next time they come back to Comerica, it will be this Friday, the 13th, against Cleveland. They got a 3-game series against them, followed by a 3-game home series against the LA Angels. So it'll be 6 games at home that he has a chance to reach that milestone. If you had to, because you mentioned it, you like to lay a few dollars down. Does it happen at Comerica or not?
general or in that homestand?
Just in general. It doesn't have to happen in the homestand because they're gonna go on the road for another 5 games. They've got Toronto and St. Louis on the road, the 21st and the 25th of August. Then they come home for a number of games. They've got 3 against Toronto at home. They've got 1 single game against Minnesota, and then they've got the Oakland A's at home to finish out the month of August as well, start September. So he's got a lot of opportunity. But before he hit those 2 home runs at Comerica, the last time it was a home run, it hadn't happened since the snow game.
Well, and here's the
home
other
opener.
There you go. Wow, all the way back.
Yep.
Here's the thing, too. He was hitting about a home run every 10 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you start to play the math a little bit here, and to get 2 home runs, it could take a little bit. And then you play the math. The dimensions at Comerica Park aren't in your favor.
Yeah. Well, as we mentioned, it's a bit warm down here. It's a bit humid, and we want you to fill in the blank. And you can hit us on Ticket Text 248-539-9797. It's as hot as. How would you fill in the blank? Just.
Do you have a coach that was good at this stuff? Because I feel like when you play, there's always that. Is it like an O-line coach that's got like that weird personality with these like sayings?
Yes.
I feel like football. You can't use them on the radio. Because I feel like that's part of like. There's always that one coach on the staff.
Yes.
That can walk in and just cut open a room and walk like that.
Yeah, I had Jim Henry was one of the best. He was our offensive line coach. Marty Schottenheimer was our head coach in Washington. George Yarno was really good at that. He was my offensive line coach when I was with the Detroit Lions. Has since passed. But offensive line coaches are just, they're unbelievable at being able to lighten the mood and create an environment. I don't know, we didn't really see much of the offensive line coach last night, but Hard Knocks debuted last night, the Dallas Cowboys. So if you want to fill in the blank, 248-539-9797, it's as hot as, and we'll get to some of those as we go throughout the morning show here. We mentioned the Tigers. We're also going to get a chance to talk more Detroit Lions as we are here at training camp, because the Detroit Lions will be taking the field, Ford Field, Friday night against the Buffalo Bills. And before we talk to, or we get a chance to hear from Dan Campbell and some of the comments that he made on Monday about playing the starters, Jim, what do you think you want to see on Friday night?
Well, you're going to get extended run, right? You're going to see a full quarter out of those guys. So you would know more than me, having played in some of these preseason games. There's only so much you can take out of it, but you got to get your feet wet. You got to get some live reps, because in practice, especially, it's a controlled environment. I'm sure you want to see your guy take a hit or two. Now, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but you got to go out there and take a hit or two, because in practice, there's only so many periods where you're even going semi-live. So that's the point.
Many days you're going full pads.
Yeah.
Anyway, we saw last week they took the pads off because a couple of the guys got dinged up. And so they've got the first of 3 preseason games against the Buffalo Bills this Friday night. A week from Saturday, they're going to travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers, and then they will finish, because there's only 3 preseason games this year, they'll finish up against the Indianapolis Colts, the Carson Wentz-less Indianapolis Colts.
That's going to be a big preseason game, then, because I got to figure out what they're doing at quarterback.
They do. And as we're going to figure out what's going on with the Lions, the Tigers, the Pistons. Hey, how about that? We got
see that crossover last night? How about that? We're taking ankles last night.
Number 1 versus number 2. And as we're referencing Cade Cunningham in the Pistons Summer League, taking on Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets, and a little crossover, a little preview of hopefully what we'll see more of this coming basketball season.
I had this moment. It's nearly 11 o'clock at night. I know I got to get up and I got to come out to training camp, but I wanted to watch that matchup last night in the Summer League. And when Cade was on the floor, he was the better player of the two. Defensively, he's picking pockets. Offensively, he's hitting jumpers, crossing guys over. If the Pistons could hit a 3, he'd have some assist numbers. Yes. Only one starter made a 3 in the game, and it was Sadiq Bey, 1 of 6. So when the shots start falling, his stat line's going to look even better. But I'm very impressed with Cade Cunningham.
Coming up on the rest of the show today, we mentioned it. We're going to talk more about the veterans and how much they're going to play on Friday night for the Detroit Lions. That's coming up at 6:35. At 7:35, a former NFL GM has some thoughts, and not flattering thoughts, on what he has heard and seen with Chris Spielman here in his front office role. We're going to talk about that at 7:35. Plus the Malice at the Palace at 8:35. There's a new documentary on Netflix. We'll get a chance to break that down, give our thoughts on it as well. So lots to get to, but we're going to get to Heather with news coming up next.
Yeah, so there's lots of ways that you can cool down on a hot day, right? I can think of several, but there's one woman who decided to do something very extreme, and you guys, it nearly killed her. So I'm going to tell you what she did next.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I hope it wouldn't kill us, but we could use a little cool down here.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
We'll you sweating already? Look at you.
Trust me, I just sweat walking out of the house, so it's not a surprise. 97.1 The Ticket. Hey, it's John Jansen here, and I found a bank I know I can trust. That's Level 1 Bank. I'm a satisfied customer who trusts them to take care of not only me, but my entire family and our financial needs. They handle my checking, my savings, and even my mortgage. Because if you're shopping around for a mortgage right now, reach out to my friends at Level 1 Bank. They have a team of experienced mortgage professionals they're personable, they're committed to serving you throughout the entire mortgage process. They're great at answering questions, and if they don't have the answer, they're going to get it to you as soon as they possibly can. So whether you need to finance the purchase of a new home or you're looking to refi, the Level 1 Bank team is ready to serve you. And for a limited time, if you finance the purchase of a primary or secondary home with Level 1 Bank, you can qualify for a $500 credit off of closing costs. All you got to do is mention my name because you're a listener of 97.1 The Ticket. For more information about the limited time offer, visit level1bank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. That's level1bank.com/John Jansen Mortgage. Level 1 Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Pretty quiet on most of the area freeways this morning, although we have picked up a crash in Auburn Hills. 75 southbound after Joslyn, where an accident leaves only the right lane open. Traffic is stop and go for Baldwin. Stormy forecast. Be prepared with a whole house generator from Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Starting at $99 a month, and they'll beat any price. For your free estimate, visit mastercraftheating.com. That's mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner. College football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new players in the center of the action with $200 in free bets instantly if you bet $1 or more on any college football game. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 971 The Ticket to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's code 971 The Ticket for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 800-270-7117. 21 and over. Michigan only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions.
Head to Taylor Chevrolet and make no payments for up to 120 days on most popular Chevrolet models with approved credit. Get behind the wheel of your next ride. Good, bad, or no credit, the finance team at Taylor Chevrolet will work out the details. Apply now at helpgetalone.com. 100% of applications are accepted. Apply with ease from your smartphone, anywhere, anytime at helpgetalone.com. Easy financing is just a few clicks away. Taylor Chevrolet says yes.
We say yes.
If you've ever hired someone to maintain your lawn, you know it can be a crapshoot. So many of these small companies are unreliable, and frankly, they don't do a very good job. You should hire Miller Landscape. They'll maintain and proactively manage all your landscape needs, from mowing and pruning to flowers, fertilization, even your sprinklers. Miller can give you that amazing backyard kitchen or patio you've always wanted. You hear Mike Valenti talk about how great they are. Go to getmillernow.com. That's getmillernow.com.
Did you know that the Detroit Relief's headquarters building is located in a historic home built by and lived in by architect Albert Kahn? Originally constructed in 1907, the Kahn House is an important part of Detroit's history.
O'Reilly Auto Parts specializes in keeping your car on the road. Not sure how much life is left in your battery, our professional parts people will test it for free. If it does need to be replaced, we'll help you find just the right one to fit your car. Our Superstar batteries are built to handle even the toughest conditions. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up, there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. And engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gas. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and the chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, score, and win at BECN.com.
The morning rush can be a beautiful thing. With the red granola bar, that is. Take a moment and take in the outdoors with Nature Valley Crunchy Bars.
Let your voice be heard. Call the G Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. The G Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Text the ticket now. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
Before we get to Heather, we do have, I don't know how to, I don't want to make light of this, but we have breaking news. Last night, Bob Wanowski shared with the Twitterverse that he broke his arm and slipping on some deck stairs. So we normally have Wednesdays with Woj at 9:35. When I was going through the list of what we're going to do on the show here, he will not be joining us today. But I do have to report that, looking on Twitter, nothing has happened to his fingers. He is still on the Twitterverse. So
That's why I laugh, because if he's tweeting about it, he's at least in enough spirits.
Yeah, so it's we wish him a speedy recovery, Bob. We're thinking about you. It's been a rough year. We have documented a lot of things that have happened in the Detroit area. They have definitely happened to you, and this is obviously not a great outcome. But he will have surgery, as he states, this week, and again, hopefully a quick and speedy recovery. Heather,
Poor guy. That's such a shame. I have never broken a bone, knock on wood, and I just feel for him because is he going to have to be in a cast probably after the surgery? I'm guessing. It just sounds awful, especially as an adult. As a kid, you don't really care about having a cast on, but as an adult, I would imagine that is no fun. So, yeah, speedy recovery.